And we will see you tomorrow night for Game 1 of the World Series. I am amped up. MLB could not have drew it up any better. Yankees, Dodgers, LA, New York, high payroll, heavyweight versus heavyweight. Let's go. Okay? Baseball's been waiting for a series of this magnitude for a long, long time. These two teams haven't met in the World Series since 1981. And it's going to be a battle of battles. I am super excited for this. A lot of people are getting into some super high advanced analytic matchup stuff. All that's important, but sometimes you just got to go with what you see on the field and go with your gut. Today, we're just going to go guy for guy, see how these teams match up. At the end, you'll see my prediction. I think we all know who I'm riding with and rooting for, but you'll get the prediction here. But we're going to start out, and again, take this with a grain of salt lineup-wise, especially with the Dodgers, because they have a lot of guys that they can plug and play based on matchups and everything. I kind of went with what I think might be their lineup in game 1 or 2, depending on how things go. But again, they can switch in and out a lot of guys, and they do that. They play a lot of guys. So take that in mind when we do this as well. So, catcher. Yankees have Austin Wells, the rookie. He's had a pretty decent rookie season, has struggled mightily in these playoffs. And you've got Will Smith, one of the best catchers in baseball. He was an all-star this year. Has a really bad second half of the year and has not been very good this postseason. Did have a home run in their last game against the Mets. I'm sure he'll start to figure it out, especially with a couple days off. The advantage just clearly goes to Will Smith. He's the better catcher by far. At first base, you have Anthony Rizzo, and you have Freddie Freeman for the Dodgers. And this one's a little weird because they're both hurt, right? Rizzo's got the fractured fingers. Freeman's got the bum ankle. So we'll see how their bodies are after a couple days rest here. If they're both healthy, right, the advantage goes to Freddie Freeman. He's one of the elite hitters of our generation. I mean, the guy's a doubles machine. And that's not a slouch on Rizzo because Rizzo hit really well in the ALCS. He's been excellent. He's also got a ring. He's proven to be clutch in the postseason. But Freddie Freeman is a better player than Anthony Rizzo when they're both healthy, especially at this point in their careers. So advantage Dodgers again. At second base, Gleyber Torres versus Gavin Lux. And again, a lot of guys could play second base for the Dodgers, but for the point of this, we're going to put in Gavin Lux here. Gleyber Torres was great throughout these postseasons so far. Lux has kind of been a role. He's in and out of the lineup with the Dodgers. He is a lefty bat, athletic, younger guy. I think the advantage goes to Gleyber Torres. Advantage Yankees. Shortstop. Yankees have Anthony Volpe. He's in his second year. His at-bats looked really good in the ALCS. He was commanding the zone. He looked phenomenal, right? You're hoping that he continues that stride. Gold Glove, shortstop. Tommy Edman won the NLCS MVP. Tommy Edman is athletic. He can play multiple positions. I mean, at one point he's hitting fourth for this Dodgers lineup. Think about that. Tommy Edman is hitting fourth for them at points during this season. The advantage Tommy Edman slightly, right? I think he'll come down to earth a little bit, but until the guy does, you have to give him credit, right? So if he plays like he does in the NLCS, big advantage. But you have to go kind of even, slight edge, Dodgers. Third base. Yankees have Jazz Chisholm, young, athletic. He's probably the most athletic guy on their team. He's an on-base threat. When he gets on the base, he's been struggling mightily this postseason. Dodgers have Max Muncy. Max Muncy has proven to be clutch time and time again in the postseason. He's a power bat from the left side. Advantage Dodgers. It's becoming a theme. Left field. Yankees have Alex Verdugo. He had a really good ALDS, kind of disappeared in the ALCS, right? Isn't great defensively. And this one's interesting because the Dodgers have Teoscar Hernandez, who's kind of in the same boat. I think Hernandez poses more of a power threat. He's a little bit more consistent. So I'm going to go slight advantage Dodgers. Center field, Yankees have Aaron Judge, the MVP. Now, he has struggled this postseason. He's hit below 200. He did have a clutch home run against the Guardians, so you like to see that. But he really hasn't gotten going yet. Center field for the Dodgers, we're going to put Kike Hernandez in this slot, okay? Kike Hernandez is known to be a Yankee burner and a postseason guy. Advantage Yankees, okay? Aaron Judge, at some point that guy's going to get going and look out. In right field, this is probably the toughest one you'll see matchup-wise, guy for guy, because you have Juan Soto and Mookie Betts, right? I mean, that's about as tight as it gets. At the end of the day, Betts is really athletic. He steals a lot of bases in the postseason. He does a lot of things for that Dodgers team. He is unbelievable. Juan Soto right now is the best hitter in baseball, okay? It was so hard to choose between these two guys, but the slightest of edges goes to Soto. Advantage Yankees. DH, Giancarlo Stanton has been unbelievable this postseason. Won the ALCS MVP, had 4 home runs in that series. The Dodgers have Shohei Ohtani. Okay, I mean, as much as I love Stanton, advantage Dodgers. Okay, Ohtani has been incredible with runners in scoring position, with runners on base. I mean, you can't say enough about the guy. He's the best overall player in baseball. He's so exciting to watch. Starting pitching, and this is a really good one because the Yankees have 4 guys that can start games and give them depth. Garrett Cole, Carlos Rodon, Clark Schmidt, and Luis Gil. The Dodgers have 3, Walker Buehler, Jack Flaherty, and Yamamoto. And Buehler, I'm not convinced how far he can go into games right now, health-wise. He is electric, but I don't know what his length looks like. Advantage Yankees. I think even if the Dodgers had another guy, the talent of Cole, Rodon, and Schmidt and Hill both have pitched really well. Advantage Yankees. The bullpen. Yankees have guys, Nestor Cortez coming back, right? They've got Luke Weaver, who's been dominant in the closer role. Tim Hill from the left side has been excellent. Tommy Canley's been unbelievable. They got Clay Holmes, who's been on again, off again, but when he's on, he's dominant. And for the Dodgers, they've got Anthony Banda. He's going to be their lefty guy out of the pen. Michael Kopech, the former Rookie of the Year for the White Sox, he's battled some injuries. He's been lights out this postseason. And then they've got Blake Trinan to shut it down as well, and he is excellent. This was tough, but I think advantage Yankees, right? I think their bullpen has shown consistently to put up zeros even with their middle of the inning guys. And then the manager, you have Aaron Boone, who a lot's been said about him as a manager. A lot of good, a lot of bad. Dave Roberts, same thing. A lot of good, a lot of bad. David Roberts does have a ring. He's also had the best team in baseball the last 5 years. I think it's a push. I think they've both been actually pretty good this postseason and how they manage their pitching staffs and everything else. And then we get to the benches, right? The Yankees have a lot of non-factors on their bench. Really, the only guys you might see are Oswaldo Cabrera, John Birdie might come in, play a little first base, a little third base, depending on what they need, and Jason Dominguez to pitch run. Like I said earlier in the video, the Dodgers have Andy Pages. They can, plug him in center field. They got Chris Taylor, who can play a variety of positions. Kevin Kiermaier's a great defender that they can put in late in games. They have actual value on their bench. Advantage Dodgers, okay? And so the Dodgers come out with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 advantages. The Yankees come out with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 advantages, right? So on paper, if you're weighting them all equally, the Dodgers should be the team to win this series. Well, number one, games not played on paper. Number two, I don't think you can weight those evenly, right? I think, pitching matters a lot in the postseason, and good pitching will beat good hitting, right? Some keys to this series. If you're the Yankees, you have to win Game 1. You have to play this series from ahead. You have to take one from LA early, right? LA's too good. If they smell blood, they're going to roll with it, okay? If you go down 1 in LA, you don't have your ace on the mound for Game 2, their offense is unbelievable. You cannot let them get rolling, or this will be a very quick series. If you're the Dodgers, you've got to feel pretty good about your offense because you've broken games open consistently this postseason. Your offense has put up big numbers, a lot of crooked innings, and the Yankees really haven't, right? Now, they faced some good pitching staffs, but so did the Dodgers. So I think the Yankees faced a better pitching staff than the Guardians, and that Guardians bullpen was supposed to be the best in baseball, and the Yankees, made quick to them. But they haven't broken games open to the point where they're blowing out their opponents. They've played a lot of tight games this postseason. The Dodgers have played some tight games. They've also had some games where they've blown out their opponent. The bottom of the order, right? I think the Yankees' bottom of the order is frankly not very effective, right? You're not shivering to face those guys. The Dodgers don't really have a hole in that lineup. Their bottom of the order guys can still hurt you really, really bad, and they turn it over to get Ohtani with guys on base to lead off. It's a scary lineup. I'm scared to death to face them, right? But you have to have confidence in your pitching. I think the Dodgers' pitching depth is going to be a really interesting portion of this series because, like I said, they've got 3 starters, and one of them, their best starter, we don't know how long he can go. So if the Yankees get to those guys early and they face those bullpen arms early in the series and continue to go, it's going to be a long series. And if you're running out of arms early, that is not a good sign. So that's a really keen piece to keep an eye on because Yamamoto, how's he going to be in his first World Series? He's only in his first season, right? Jack Flaherty has health concerns. The Yankees didn't trade for him because of that. So if they have another starter go down, we're going to see a lot of bullpen games that plays to the Yankees' advantage. But the Dodgers pitching staff does have the ability that the Yankees doesn't, and that's to pitch around guys, right? I thought Stephen Vogt, the manager of the Guardians, great manager this year. He didn't pitch around Stanton. He didn't pitch around Soto, and he should have. Because when you can pitch around guys to go get to a Jazz Chisholm, to get to a Austin Wells, to get to a Verdugo, it allows your pitcher to have so much more confidence. You get matchups you want. What are the Yankees going to pitch? Who do you pitch around? Muncy to get to Teoscar Kike. You pitch around Ohtani to get to Betts or Freeman. You pitch around Kike to get to Ohtani. Like, what do you want to face Tommy Edman, the NLCS MVP? Like, pick your poison. They're going to hurt you. Right? So the Yankees don't have that option. So their guys are going to have to beat whoever they're facing. And if you're the Dodgers, you like that a lot. Now, I talked about not weighting things equally. Pitching has to be weighted more, especially in the playoffs. Especially when you're talking about the lack of depth the Dodgers have versus the amount of arms, effective arms the Yankees have. I'm riding with the Yanks here in 7, winning it in LA. I think pitching is what's going to carry them to this series. But, the fact of the matter is, Garrett Cole, we paid you a lot of money. I know you haven't been fully healthy. You're probably not fully healthy. You have to go win Game 1. This is what we paid you for. You have to win 2 this series. Carlos Rodon, we paid you not this past offseason, but the offseason before. You were pretty terrible last year. This year you've stepped it up. You had 1 good start, 1 bad start against the Guardians. Earn your money. This is your time right now. Earn your contract. Win us Game 2 or Game 6. Win your money. Torres, Soto, Judge, Stanton, Rizzo. Those are the 5 guys for the Yankees offensively. Those 5 guys have to carry us. You have to get on the board early. You have to attack in the first, second, third innings. You have to put this Dodgers lineup in pressure mode, get them to start chasing. You have to get this Dodgers bullpen out into this game early. You have to knock these starters out, get to their bullpen, see these guys early in the series. We'll see tomorrow night how this thing goes, but this is a heavyweight battle. I don't feel great about picking the Yankees as my prediction, but I'm riding with my boys, obviously. Let's see what happens.